Hello guys, it is Jead and we are all getting a free Ronaldinho to Evo today, and he is not the only free Brazilian winger that is coming. As well as possibly the greatest promo of FC26, possibly, because it's going to be FUT Birthday V2. So what are we doing for the promo? Loads of player picks, loads of leaks. Evos are getting a massive upgrade in general as well. Let's jump into it. I hope you guys have had a fantastic week. It is nearly the weekend. Shout out to everyone that celebrates the weekend, but honestly, Cody Gakpo top scorer shout. I was close. It looks like it's going to be Brian Brobby. I was close with the Cody Gakpo top scorer shout, but we've got loads more World Cup coming today. Norway against France is a good game, but they're both already through. Have you guys been keeping up with every game still? I'm starting to lose track a little bit. I kind of need the knockouts to come with the earlier kickoff times. But yeah, let's jump straight into the SBC content. Not only did we get new stuff, there's stuff expiring today that you literally have to complete. Like, I can't stress this enough. You have to complete some of the SBCs that expire today. So let's talk about it. Boys, if you watch these videos every single day and you enjoy them, please do subscribe as we try and get towards, I think, 25k subs. If you watch these videos and you hate watch them, then I don't know, fair play. But we got new SBCs firstly. So we got not Steven Ustaqual. Where's the new player? I've already lost him. Steven, mate, you were yesterday. We don't care. We got Zakaria El Ouadi, again, another SBC, which has okay stats. Like, I don't know. The amount of player SBCs you look at on this game and go next and just move on. We also got throwback marquee matchups. And again, a lot of you guys think, next, move on. For the Trade to Glory, that was how we made our first 20,000 coins. And when we did the second sort of episode, I guess, of Trade to Glory, I'll be doing that as well to get towards our first 500,000 coins. So I'm excited for that, but I'll get rid of it for now. The big ones is what's expiring today. When we go into leaks later, there is a huge new update to the crafting grind upgrade. Does it make it that much better? I don't know. It's debatable, but it's a huge update to it. The 5x77 does expire today, so we'll talk about that later as it's getting replaced. But the big one are 3 SBCs. It's the 1 of 3 92 plus Summer Tots Nations UEFA winner or, Path to Glory pick. Basically, the gamble pick of the week. So that's expiring. Cool. There's 3 more left if you've still not done them. I might save them for stream later if you want to pop in. You've seen before, we have loads of player picks saved, but I've got no fodder now, so I need to buy fodder for that. So I'll probably save at least one of them for stream. But the big ones I was talking about is 1 Pedro Neto. Now, as you can see, main account, I have not completed this card. I'm still waiting, by the way. I don't know where it is above me. I'm still waiting for my appeal to go through to get my 12 million coins back. I don't know. It's above me somewhere, the coins. So I need to go and do this SBC. I need to basically get back on the main account and be a bit more active since my coin wipe, I've been a little bit less active here. But Pedro Neto, I think, expires today. And I think I would go must complete. Only because Portugal have a decent chance to at least go far, to get towards, let's say, the semi-final, the final. Maybe not win the whole thing. I think they could, but they're at least going to go very, very far, you would think. He will get massive upgrades. I think you have to complete the SBC for how cheap fodder is right now, but he is not the card that is as much of a must complete SBC. The one that you have to do before he goes today is the one under the webcam who is not showing up. It is, of course, the Cody Gakpo SBC. The best SBC of the past month or two, I think. In terms of a meta player in the game, if you're on new gen abusing lengthy wingers, that Cody Gakpo is one of a kind. Like, he is so good on this game for an SBC. And Netherlands look pretty decent so far in the World Cup, like we mentioned before, with Brian Brobby leading the line. They look pretty decent, so we could get some upgrades as well. I think Cody Gakpo is a must complete SBC. And we got one more new Evo, but you know what? When you scroll down, look how many chain Evos and Evos in general we have got. If you're someone like me who's not done a lot of Evos recently, because I think a lot of them have been kind of average, I've kind of done 1 or 2 big ones, and then the rest of them I've left. I think I might try and build with everything we've got here. I might take a bronze card with 10 positions and just make the most broken card in the entire game. Maybe we'll do that for a little bit of a challenge. There's so many Evos. And the newest one we got yesterday was Sharp Senses. Now, this is a fantastic Evo apart from one little thing. It gives a little bit of a pace boost. It gives Rapid Plus. It gives Press Proven and First Touch. This did not need to be a plus 1, in my opinion. The stat boost is nice. It gives up to 96 reactions. That's like a nice, stat cap for a lot of cards. Because it's a plus 1, and because Rapid Plus doesn't go with a lot of positions, it goes with some. So, for example, Demone, I could put it on, and she gets a little bit of like a reactions boost. But it's just not needed for most cards, and the plus 1 kills it to make it a chain Evo. So that, despite it being free, and despite it being, kind of a chain Evo, will be one that most people skip. If you've got a winger chain that you are doing, like a bronze or silver, like I just mentioned, I might do on this account, then it's a good Evo. You get, get a plus 1 from a 63 to a 64 rated card, fine. So if you do a chain Evo, yeah, but these higher rated ones, the sort of 90s to 87 rated cards, plus 1 for the stats it gives, isn't worth it. So probably a 5 out of 10 Evo. The big thing with Evos is, of course, the new updates coming tonight. The new, Evos are changing rating or changing category. I don't know. Evos are getting leveling up again, right? So we got that. The actual new Evo coming tonight. And of course, the big one is the 4 playstyle plus Evos coming with the new promo and the Glory Hunters. So there's 3 big Evo updates tonight. So Evos really level up tonight. That's kind of crap from yesterday's content. And the only thing with objectives, that I want to point out is, of course, if we go over to our South America Maradona objective, how are you guys getting on towards the Maradona? Not doing it at all? Nearly done it? Have you done everything up to date? I, of course, will be getting the Carlos Alberto guide out as soon as possible after we finish the stream later tonight, so make sure you can do it as quick as possible. EA keep making these squads more and more convoluted, but the big news is what you get is one of the rewards from these objectives. It is this one down here, the Wizard. For completing the Wizard, which we have no idea what it is, you get 25 FOF tokens and you get a free 88 rated Ronaldihno SBC card from earlier in the year at Winter Wildcards. And the reason this is so big is because look at the Evo on screen now. It's not fantastic. I mean, it's still a 95 meta rating Ronaldinho. I went and built the best chain I could. I think I've tried my hardest, guys. Don't shout at me. To build the best Ronaldinho chain. I've put him into old school winger, then into wave your flag. Give him whatever playstyles you want to give him. I've given him these 4. And then, make sure you give him the finesse shot plus from the season pass. However, you might not have all those Evos or whatever it is, and maybe that's not the best card in the entire game. When we talk about the Evo coming tonight, it's a left winger Evo. And we talk about Evos in general, just leveling up. And whenever Evos go to a 92 rated or like in a +1 rating, it makes chains so much better because you can not only put this Ronaldinho through chains to make him into a 92 rated, and then he'll fit a 92 rated left winger evolution that is coming to the game and maybe make a bonkers card with 95 pace. We don't know. We'll have to see what it gives. But Ronaldinho is coming to for free tonight. Everyone is going to go want that card. Everyone's going to go do Evos on that card, surely. Yes, he's got a few things that are not the perfect playstyles. I'd say Dead Ball mainly. But apart from Dead Ball, even Inventive, you could argue, is decent. The problem I have with Ronaldinho is he's always going to be missing one playstyle when you build him. When you build him, like for here, I've missed Pinged Out. Just because of the playstyles he's got with Dead Ball and stuff, you can't quite get everything. But what a fantastic Evo card to get for free, just for doing a few objectives. Hopefully they're not too hard anyway. But we'll talk more about Ronaldinho when we get to those Evo leaks that he could fit. He might not, but it looks like he could fit. And of course, that other Fri Brazilian winger, who I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. But it's Friday, and Friday is Leaks Day. Honestly, I said before, this might be the best promo of FC26, and that's maybe me hyping it up when I shouldn't do, right? I know a lot of you guys don't like that, but if it is Foot Birthday V2, but they just do it where it's, more end game Foot Birthday, where it's, unlimited packs or whatever it is, right? Then I really do think it could be a super hyped promo. And that is what the EA do at the end of the game. They keep making the promos more and more hyped than the last one. I want to see how it's implemented. I don't want to sit there and tell you guys, oh, it's the best promo ever, just lying to your face. But I think it could be really, really good. We'll be doing it on stream tonight, and I think from 6 till 6:30, you'll very quickly figure out, is this a great promo, or do you, kind of wait for next week? It's sad, but it's one of those, right? So I think it'll be fantastic. Let's see how EA do it, and let's jump into these leaks for Glory Hunters. Of course, the main question, as always, as we start with leaks, is the new updates coming to the card. So Netherlands +1, Sweden +1, Ivory Coast +1, Ecuador +1, and a 99 stat, Japan +1, not Panama, Paraguay +1, and I believe that is New Zealand with a +1. And what do you notice again there in the middle? Cody Gakpo now going to a 96 rated card with 95, 96, 95, 96, 92 physical, still being a lengthy winger. Genuinely, yes, he's 3 playstyle plus, and yes, he won't get the 4th playstyle plus unless Netherlands win their first knockout game. What a card. I don't care. He is brilliant. In terms of trading these cards, we'll speak a lot more about the World Cup stuff and the Path to Glory stuff later with the games coming up. But what I will say is, in general now with Path to Glory, you are basically buying way before any hype. You are selling in the hype of an upgrade, and then you'd buy again after a crash. You don't wait for an upgrade unless you think a card's massively underpriced. Like, I think Christian Pulisic is one of the cards right now that looks a little bit underpriced. But unless a card looks crazy underpriced, don't go and buy a card, wait for them to get a +1, because everyone already knows they're getting that +1. Like, it doesn't, it's not a secret +1, right? Another Evo leak, or not an Evo leak, but a leak for FC27. The last Hall of Fame I think we'll get for a little while, David Luiz. Now, he's been in the team of the year. I thought David Luiz should be a hero, but he looks like to be a Hall of Fame. And remember, Hall of Fame sort of cult hero. It's not on the same level of player as hero. I think that's a little bit harsh. I think if some of the other cards on this game are going to be heroes, I think David Luiz could have been a hero. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a little bit biased, but I'm happy that David Luiz is coming to FC27. And to be honest, I'm happy that Hall of Fame is in FC27. I don't think that Hall of Fame should be the main focus of it. I think these should just be cards in the background that are not that meta. But the fact that Evos exist, maybe for later on in the year, you could get a David Luiz Evo or an Akinfenwa Evo will be pretty cool. I don't think these cards will be too meta. And maybe there will still be pre-order rewards. We don't really know yet. EA have not mentioned anything about the FC27 pre-orders because we're still quite a while away. But he could be one of the pre-order rewards. And here it is. The Evo coming today. Now, you'll notice this isn't 92 rated. This is a 93 rated Evo. Now, I did say Evos are going to 92 and 93. It's a bit weird because we're getting 93 today, but I imagine most of the Evos after this will be 92, so don't get too ahead of it. But left wing or right wing can't be centre-back. I have no idea why, but can't be centre-back. Finesse shot plus, rapid plus, game changer plus, and technical plus. 4 playstyle plus with loads of in-game playstyles as well. 5-star skill moves, so your Ronaldinho that we want to put into this would stay at 4-star weak foot. So that's something we've got to try and address and get him a 5-star weak foot, maybe with a 5-star Phenom Evo. Big stats upgrade, of course. Show me your first on the card, we don't care. Basically, 93 rated wing revolution. We don't know the stats, like requirements that'll fit in. But surely an 88 Ronaldinho card will fit into that evolution. You maybe don't want to give him Game Changer Plus, but it's getting Finesse, Rapid, and I think it's Pinged was the other one. It might have been Pinged. Technical Plus, sorry. He gets Finesse, Technical, Rapid. So maybe you give him Low Driven, and he gets the other the other 2 playstyles. Crazy 4 playstyle plus card. We need to see the pace boost. We need to see the other boosts on the card. I get it. But Ronaldinho 88 coming for free and them dropping this Evo on the same day. Mwah! Brilliant. For once, brilliant. Now, I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to see what the stat Evo is. I get that. I need to calm down. Could be awful, but I'm hyped for it, right? I am hyped for it. I've not used a Ronaldinho card like once in this entire game. I didn't do the SBC because I've got low IQ. But hopefully now I can redeem myself and do Ronaldinho. Now, I don't know what other options people are going to go and put into this because 93 rated left wing or right wing just covers so many cards in the game. I'm not going to go and tell you guys best options now. We'll probably do that either on the stream tonight or on tomorrow's video because we just don't know. So many options will fit. You guys will have so many chain Evos that fit this Evo, so we will see. But it's just another bit of content that's leading me towards thinking there could be at least a slight market crash and at least in some positions tonight with the Glory Hunters promo drop. And yeah, regular 93 and 92 rated evolutions. The set to come to Ultimate Team soon. Obviously, the first one's today with the 4 playstyle plus. But I think you'll see 93 on Friday. You'll see a couple of 92s, another big 93, and it'll sort of cycle like that. Much needed update for the game. Evos are really, really good right now, but you're more talking chain Evos. The actual rating cap for the higher ones isn't even the best. It's just chain Evos and token Evos carrying the game. So nice to see that some of the regular coin Evos in the like Evo section catching up to where the rest of the game is basically. So that's nice. And then of course we've got the Carlos Alberto coming today where the Ronaldinho is in. And don't forget, when we get the actual objectives tonight, I want to show you this Ryan card, but the main bit of content in these objectives for Maradona has always been the Evos. Yes, the big player like Carlos Alberto, but this guy, to be honest, looks a bit crap. He has no bruiser, no quick step. We don't care. I'm going to be honest. If you're thinking about using this Carlos Alberto, just move on to something else. But Ryan looks pretty decent. But the big content will be Evos in this. When this drops at 6 p.m, go and have a quick look through the objectives and look for the best Evos. A lot of them have been the best Evos of the entire week when they've released as the objectives. Some of them are chain Evos, some of them are final Evos, but overall they seem to be better than the Evos in the store. Or not in the store, but in the Evo section. That's what I was trying to allude to before, the Evos getting upgraded. They're finally catching up to the token Evos and the objective Evos and the season pass Evos, which I think was much needed. But we also get a cool Ryan card, some other cards there you guys might be interested in. I think apart from Carlos Alberto and Ryan, no one really there is going to use anyone. Maybe a guy if you're a weird Man United fan. But yeah, nothing else there. And then the other Brazilian... I kept trying to say before, the other Brazilian wingers. If I wasn't just talking about Neymar. Of course it's Neymar. Now, Neymar, how many of you guys have done an Evo for him? I would guess 60 to 80% of you guys have got some form of Evo for Neymar. He is coming as a Journey of Nations. Now, I've got a theory. A super smart theory of how this guy's going to be coming into the game. And that theory is Gauntlet. I don't know, but... would it not be very EA to make this card a Gauntlet reward so it's really hard to get him like Samuel Eto'o was? I don't know. A lot of you guys hoping, I'm guessing that this is just a free card you get maybe in the token store for like 500 tokens. It well could be that. He maybe could even come as a Foot Champs rewards. The reason this is so weird, as a lot of people pointing out in the comments as well, he's already coming as a Glory Hunters card. Like you guys will know, this guy is meant to be, unless the leakers got it wrong, he's meant to be coming in the promo tonight as an Impacts card. So EA can sell packs and get people Neymar. So why would he be in his Gauntlet reward? Why would he be as a Journey of Nations card? It makes no sense. One of two things, EA got it, not EA, but the leakers, sorry, got it wrong, and they thought he was Glory Hunters. He's actually this Journey of Nations card. Or I think what's more likely is he's coming in packs, and he will be coming as a Journey of Nations, but maybe like at the end of this week or even next week. It just feels weird for EA to do a weekly release of a card and then put him as somewhere else in the game for free, because then why would you go try and pack his card in the store? I don't know. Maybe I'm getting that wrong, but I think Gauntlet reward would be very EA just to make him really hard to get. Let's see if Neymar drops tonight. I doubt it, because again, we should be getting Glory Hunters Neymar tonight if you've seen the promo. But I think we might have to do a full Foot Champs run on Sunday. Either way, despite whether this Neymar comes out by then or not, we might have to do a full Foot Champs run of a full Brazilian team where we try and get our coins back by then. Probably not, because EA will not reply to my appeal. But we've got 10 mil still. We'll buy R9, get Dino, get Neymar in, and we will do a full Joga Bonito full Foot Champs team. Maybe that's what we should do for the theme of Glory Hunters. But yeah, are any of you guys with Neymar Evos feeling the sweat a little bit after you spent all your Evos on one card, and now EA probably going to put him as a Journey of Nation card somewhere and as a Glory Hunters card somewhere? Probably not. I assume your guys' Evos are better than both of the cards coming out anyway, so you are fine. And this is, of course, we looked at this yesterday, but this is the full team coming out into Glory Hunters. Just let me know down below. Give me like 1 or 2 cards you are chasing. I assume for pretty much everyone, it would be Neymar 1, Messi 1, or 2, like swap them around, and then maybe Van Dijk, Dembele. After you get from the top row, as I said the other day, it's Rashford, Gravenberch, and it very quickly goes down into like, you don't want any of these cards, right? It's a very what I'd call top-heavy promo, and it feels like that's what every promo of FC26, FC25, it's become more apparent in recent years. Promos are becoming more and more top-heavy, where you've got amazing top-end cards and fodder. That's it, right? Those middle-end cards do exist, but it feels like there's one or two of them a promo. Everything's either top pro or crap, and I don't like that. I wish there was a little bit more of a balance to it. Maybe some of these bottom cards are just way more usable, but of course, you can put your own playstyles on them, and maybe people will find some more broken cards here. And don't forget, if we're getting 93 rated EVOs, and these cards, again, should have perfect playstyle plus, up to 4 playstyle plus perfect. In theory, cards like Arnautovic or cards like Danzo could end up being broken if we get a 93 rated centre-back Evo. You go and get Danzo perfect playstyle plus, get him a stat boost to a 95 rated card, and all of a sudden, these cards could fly in price. We will take a look at that later on in the week in terms of buying these cards for Evos, but just keep that in mind now that we're going up to 92 and 93 rated Evos. And for me, it's all about that Virgil van Dijk. You've seen them out with player picks before. We've got tons of packs saved for the stream tonight. Get yourself there. If we get Van Dijk, we'll do some sort of giveaway. I don't want Messi. I don't want Neymar. I want my Virgil van Dijk. And then, as I predicted yesterday, wasn't too hard to predict, I don't think. Anthony Gordon drops today. Are you guys looking to complete him? And I can't believe how much left wing, or at least winger content we are getting today. We're getting a left wing Gordon with these official stats, who of course can play striker, and by the way, will be a better striker than he is a left winger. We're also getting the Ronaldinho card, as well as the Evo coming out, and in theory, that Neymar coming out at some point. It's a bad day to be holding wingers on this game, it looks like, and maybe even strikers and cams for Ronaldinho, Anthony Gordon. And to be honest, like I always say, we'll talk about it a lot more later, I'm selling everything ready for today's content. But what's interesting with Gordon, and the only reason I brought this back up, to be honest, is because it seems to be a very cheap SBC. Now, these leakers say all sorts, but apparently mad cheap, very cheap. If he is genuinely very cheap, it could be a Gakpo situation where you get an amazing SBC on Friday that everyone genuinely does just go and complete. Because once again, he's fully customizable playstyles. We know now he's 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, which I love. I'm a 5-star skiller. I'm not really the best at 5-star skills, but it makes, enjoy the game a little bit more. I'd love a 5-star weak foot, of course. Can play striker. Obviously, he's Barcelona's card. If you guys didn't know that, he's going to be Barcelona, which makes me think, is Rashford going to be Man United? We don't know. Maybe he will be. But the fact he's mad cheap is very interesting. Again, alludes to me there could be some sort of market crash tonight. Whenever EA do an SBC really cheap, it's normally because they're going to put their cards on the market pretty cheap. Like, if you've not noticed that over the past couple of weeks, EA sort of price the cards on the game, or they try to, at least, all together. So they try and put SBCs in tandem with the rest of the game. So, for example, if they make Gordon cheap, you would think the rest of the cards on the game will come down cheap, which is what happened at Foot Birthday, which, of course, this is a very similar promo to Foot Birthday. But Gordon comes tonight, looks very cheap. If we can, we'll try and be one of the first in the world to complete this Gordon and try him out in a game tonight if we do get time. That should be interesting. We'll do a full playstyle plus build for him as well. So again, get yourself there. And we're actually got a leak for an objective because of what the objective gives. And it links into that Anthony Gordon card. So we spoke about yesterday, 4 playstyle pluses are coming as rewards and objectives and SBCs, right? Tomorrow, we're getting Moment of Glory, an event. So it should be a live event where you can get, in that live event, a 4th playstyle plus that can only go on the Glory Hunter rarity item, which means could we get a cosmetic evo to make any card into a Glory Hunter? Probably will happen in the store in the next few days. But you will notice that not every playstyle is there. That being said, EA have quite deliberately, if this is the list of playstyles, I've chose these single, or not single, but the most meta playstyles in the entire game. Finesse, low driven, incisive, pinged, quick step, bruiser, anticipate, and intercept. Every single one of those is amazingly usable on some sort of card. So, for example, Anthony Gordon, I can go give him whatever 3 playstyle plus I want, and I'll give him finesse as the 4th, or incisive as the 4th, or even quick step as the 4th, as I quite like quick step on a striker. And for defenders, of course, intercept, anticipate, bruiser. If they're the only 4 playstyle pluses we're getting, that is fine by me. Pretty much every position in the game will use at least one of these playstyles. What I love about this is that it's coming in a live event, so free. This is going to be a free 4th playstyle plus, and I think, let's see how it runs out, right? It is a good sign for Glory Hunters that it is not an SBC, but you can play the game to unlock a 4th playstyle plus. Everything's starting to flow together on this game more. I know a lot of you guys don't like the fact that the game can feel like homework. It can feel like a chore. It can feel like another job at times, the way this game plays with everything's in objectives. You got to go play 5 games there, 4 games there, 3 games here. I do honestly understand that, but I quite like the fact that this is in tandem with events and objectives. You'll get a 4th playstyle plus. Maybe you could use a 3 playstyle plus Glory Hunter card in the objective. He scores the goal that wins you a game that gets you the incisive plus to put on that card. And it's all very fluent. Let's see again how it plays out tonight. But I'm liking it so far. My interesting thing is this a repeatable event where you can just keep getting them? Because, of course, if you're Danny Aarons, you will pack 50 Glory Hunter cards. Can you only get all these once? Then you have to wait for the refresh of this event? Or do you have to wait for an SBC? Is it in a token store? I have no idea. I'm sure we'll find out tonight. But It's a good sign so far. Early thoughts on Gordon already, by the way. He's incisive, finesse, low driven, and quick step. If I'm using him at striker, let me know what you guys think. But if you use him on the wing, like, what are you doing? He's a striker, right? Finessing and low driven, must on strikers. I think quick step's better than rapid on strikers. And I think incisive is a must on strikers for playing those wingers, because the game's a rat meta. I'm sorry, but you got to do what you got to do. And then, not the biggest leak, but the one I mentioned before, the pack grind. Yes, a crafting upgrade is coming today. We knew that from a few days ago. Fantastic, cool. We like a pack grind. Crafting upgrade's not the best. The big thing you'll notice here, what does that say? It is not a 77 times 5. It is an 80 times 5. Not a huge upgrade, not a huge deal, but it just means the pack grade is a little, or pack upgrade, pack grind is a little bit better. It just means getting fodder is a little bit easier, and it just means completing SBCs is a little bit easier. Now, it depends what the actual, requirements for this SBC are. If it's an 80 times 5 and it's double the amount of, gold rares or gold commons, then it's crap, right? This needs to be the same amount of gold commons for a little bit better of a pack. Will they do that? I think so, but I don't know. Maybe it's going to take an extra 2 or 3 gold commons because the rating increase. But it is a crafting upgrade, which means there'll be a full set of objectives to go along with this. Will the objectives be fantastic? No, as always, they're pretty like average player picks and stuff. But free fodder is free fodder. And remember, with Pale Tools, with Foot Genie, with any extension you want to use, this will take, I reckon, half an hour to an hour at content to not only just do all the original packs, get some more fodder, and then go and complete every single objective, because it'll probably be max 100. You'll have to complete 100 of the crafting upgrades to go and get every single reward upgrade for that crafting pack. So should be very easy, and it means that by 6:37 tonight, not only should you hopefully save some packs or player picks for the content, you'll be able to build loads more with the 80 times 5, with the crafting upgrade. And of course, the big question is, what is the pack weight going to be like on these cards? Will you actually be packing anything like great to the game on Friday? Because if you remember, last Friday was mental, probably the most mental Friday we've had probably all year. I think all year. Will great to the game be a one-off, or will Glory Hunters live up to that? We'll have to wait and see. But of course, we've got to talk what we're doing to get ready for tonight's promo. And what are we doing tonight as well? Because a lot of you guys might be watching this tonight, or, at 6 p.m, 7 p.m, whenever. So what are we actually doing tonight as well? So, as you can see, I am now fully liquid. Sad that 10 million coins is my fully liquid state. I've got one Bukayo Saka on my transfer list and nothing else. So we're on 10.2 million coins. I'm still waiting for my appeal. And yes, I've not traded once in this account since we got the coin wipe. I've been focusing on the trade to glory, as you guys seen on the stream. And we will continue to focus there until my appeal goes through. And we'll use this account for SBCs and content and stuff. And we might even trade on it a little bit tonight because we've got a lot of coins on it. But you can see the main thing is I am liquid. I always try and get liquid for Fridays at 6 p.m. content. There is a few things we can hold into Friday 6 p.m. content today, but for most people, if I was giving blanket advice, just get everything liquid, get ready to buy some cards tonight, or even just try out some of the new cards, like some of the, even the Ronaldihno, like Evo. Get yourself some coins to try out the new content tonight. And also, it's not really market, but again, above me, get yourself your tokens ready. We're on 735. We're trying to get towards 1,000, of course, for tonight at content. We might even do some token packs. I'm not 100% sure what I want to take. Maybe I take some of the icons like Petit or something, but I'm not, to be honest, too sure about that. So try and get yourself all the tokens ready for tonight as well, if you want to spend it on some of the packs, because there should be, I can't go and show you because I've got player picks, but there should be that 3x94 plus Glory Hunters in the regular token store pack for 250 tokens, if it's the same as it was for Great to the Game. We opened a lot of those on Fridays. I got Vieira, we got a few L's, a few dubs. It was kind of okay, but it should be back in the token store tonight for Glory Hunters. So get yourself some tokens and let's jump straight into the market and what we're expecting on the game right now. So the most important thing we've probably not mentioned once, and you guys might even not have noticed it because it came at not like 6 p.m. content yesterday. It came at 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. content. I think it was 9 p.m. We got the new star performer cards. Now, first of all, you'll see Salah is playing for Egypt because, of course, he's not a Liverpool player anymore, which I think is quite funny. But you'll see on yesterday's graph, he came at 10 p.m. I think they came just before 10 p.m. It might have been 9:30 or something like that. But they came at 10 p.m. Why? I don't know. Does it mean they're in packs until 10 p.m. on Saturday? I don't know. I think they might go out with packs at 6 p.m. I can't seem to find the answer. Basically, these cards should be in packs for 2 days. I don't know whether they go out of packs at 6 p.m. or 10 p.m. on Saturday tomorrow, but I would assume 6 p.m. Anyway, you guys seeing cards like that Erling Haaland card, if you jump onto the star performers, did amazingly well out of packs. He's come back down a little bit now. Messi's come back down a little bit now as everyone obviously panic sells for the new promo. But as you will see, Salah is already crashing hard in price. He is 1.5 million coins for a fully customizable Salah. Only 3 playstyle plus, but his stats are broken with 97 shooting. Of course, the main one is a CR7 who is 4 million coins with low driven plus. Again, broken stats. 5-star on Ronaldo. But again, 3 playstyle plus, and the new cards look to be all 4 playstyle plus. You've also got a Jonathan David, a Kevin Lanini, a Brian Brobby, and a Dennis Undav, who all look decent. 2 of the cards are actually extinct. I believe it is these 2 here. They've got messed up price ranges at 250k because EA are a brilliant company and they thought that no one would pay for these cards despite them having brilliant stats and customizable playstyles. I have no idea what EA do, to be honest. But again, I think those cards we will talk more about tomorrow, buying them out of packs, similar to what I did with my Haalands. Then again, Is the Haaland's what got me coin wiped? I don't know, so maybe I'll be a bit skeptical there. I wouldn't go and buy 10 Ronaldos just in case you end up getting gulagged like I did. But in general, they're crashing for tonight's new promo coming out into Friday. And what else is starting to crash? No, I wouldn't say crash, but definitely coming down in price. Great to the game card. Like we said, when we talked about yesterday, we got new leaks, and I was saying to you guys, I think the only cards I would look at are the cheap sort of fodder cards. And Xavi, for example, hasn't moved in price, actually done okay. He has survived. But cards like Zidane, down, I think, 100,000 coins or 50, 70,000 coins since the new leaks, because people realize other cards are now going to be 4 playstyle plus, and they're also going to be perfectly customizable with perfect playstyles. So these cards are starting to get panic sold a little bit. The fodder ones are doing a little bit okay. They couldn't really come down in price too much more, so they're still fine. But Cruyff being 900k, Puskás at 1.4, I think there is room for these cards to rise. I'm just not buying them before Friday content. You guys are asking me, should I hold Zidane, Cruyff, Bale? Two things can be true, right? I think some of these cards can rise. I think Puskás will be 2 million coins at some point. I think buying it before Friday content is a little bit silly. Maybe I'm going to be wrong, right? We come Friday content, pack weight is awful, and within 30 minutes, Puskás up at 2 million coins. Definitely a possibility. I don't think it's going to happen. What I will say is, if you're on the game at 6 p.m. or whenever content is for you, I would have a look at these cards if the new promo is shocking. I just don't think it will be. And what we saw last time at Foot Birthday was a huge crash between about 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. And for context, I just remember this card specifically. I don't know why this vintage card. I just remember him definitely being one of the cards that crashed. Friday, 6th of March was here, was when Foot Birthday come out. He was 1 million coins average for the day. Saturday, he's 900k. Next day's 900, then 708. And you can see the crash, right? Foot Birthday just killed the market. What you don't see here is, on this Friday, I remember it well, Vidic went from 1 million coins, I think it was actually 1.2 million coins before Foot Birthday. He went down to 600,000 coins, halved in price, about 7 or 8 p.m. And then he went back up to 1 million coins for champs and people buying the champs teams that night. So keep an eye out on that. If we do get crazy market crashes, which I don't think we will, by the way, I don't think we will. I don't think we'll see Foot Birthday levels. But if we do get crazy market crashes where things half in price, buying the rare OP cards for champs, not the ones in packs, but the ones out of packs, to then sell them that night, I think it's great. But if Glory Hunters is anywhere like Foot Birthday, look at the state of that crash we seen on cards like Nemanja Vidic, who at the time was not only super meta, but just was like a lot of pros were using him, so he's one of the cards I remember. It does mean Path to Glories could crash as well. Path to Glories, I said this last week, if they crash, this happened last week, they are the best cards to rebuy, the ones who are still in the tournament, still got a chance of upgrades, or maybe still even pending upgrades, or haven't played yet. If anything crashes tonight, and they play in the next day or two, and you're pretty sure they're going to win and get a +1, I would say they're the cards to buy. Again, all of it's speculative. Don't know if anything's going to crash. Just keep a close eye on cards that could get a +1, like a Jude Bellingham, like an Ezri Konsa, that haven't played just yet, but are pretty guaranteed to get out the group stage, and get that +1. They could be fantastic shouts if the market crashes whatsoever, because they're live cards anyway. And of course, there is, I said before, there is one thing you can possibly hold past Friday, 6 p.m, and that is Team of the Seasons at discard. That Team of the Season tradable pack goes today. We spoke about it the other day. It goes today. Could it come back at content straight away? Yes, I don't think it will though, but it could. You never know with EA. If that goes, all of a sudden, you've got still that same crazy demand for Team of the Seasons. Anthony Gordon might require 3 or 4 Team of the Seasons or Path to Glories or whatever. And you've then got no more supply. These will slowly creep up from 11k to 12 to 13 to 14 to 15 until eventually EA put that tradable pack back in the game and then they come back down. What I will say is, if you buy Team of the Seasons, make sure to lazy sell them between 5, 10, like 10 past 5 UK time and about 5:30 UK time. Because what that means is, when they expire, like they've gone over, an hour, it'll be about 10 past 6 or 6:30, like in between that time. That is when people are prime time on the game, buying cards on lazies to put into Anthony Gordon and the new SBCs. And people will buy cards at like 15k, 17k, because it's just when all the casuals are on the game, buying cards for SBCs. So make sure if you have got Team of the Seasons, list them up at least at that time, every hour of the day, but definitely at that time. And if that pack does go, you should see a nice rise on those, because they're lovely SBCs like Romero, Anthony Gordon, and some of the ones we've got coming in the week. But apart from that, get liquid. Get yourself some player picks and packs like I've got saved here. Get yourself to the stream tonight. And obviously, we'll be spamming all of these open. We'll do some share plays with you guys as well. And I think we'll even be doing some trade to glory tonight. We're on about 120,000 coins liquid on the trade to glory after about 2 hours of trading, or about even less than that, an hour or 2 hours of trading from scratch. So 0 to 120k, we've done great. But can we get 120k to maybe 500k trading tonight, or even to 1 million coins if we just sit there and grind with the new promo coming? Maybe. So get yourself there. But yeah, boys, subscribe if you are new. Like, hype the video, all that good stuff. And I'll see you all in a bizzle.